Don, take it away.
Can you hear that?
Yeah.
I can hear it.
Okay. Thank you. Thanks. It's a song called. Do you know that song? It's a song called "Embryonic Journey" by Jorma Kaukonen. Yeah, I love that song. It's
Wow.
It's a nice
So
one.
beautiful.
Thank you.
Embryonic Journey. Reminds me of that Jimi Hendrix song, Belly Button Window. That one. Where he writes a song from the perspective of a fetus.
Right.
It's just cool because it's Jimi Hendrix. You're like, huh, he thinks about that.
When I started playing this, I thought, you know what, my version is not embryonic journey, it's imbecilic journey.
Oh, good
But
one. Yeah.
it's gotten better. It's gotten better.
It's
Yeah.
beautiful.
Yeah.
Really gorgeous
Thank you.
guitar playing.
Thank you.
Don, have you
Thanks.
played at Cloud and Kelly's?
Have I played what?
At Cloud and Kelly's?
No, I've never played anywhere. I've only played here.
Oh, okay, cool, cool, cool. Because
Yeah.
you got it going on.
Yeah. I played actually in, I was thinking about that. Ocean, I was going to tell you that I don't think I have before. I played in a real open mic situation about 4 years ago, with human beings in a room and stuff like that. And it was a mix like this in terms of mostly poetry, um, but it was weird. I didn't really enjoy it, and I played well. I played a couple of songs, and I felt really good about what I did. But the host was a grouch, and he would say, okay,
We think
okay, it's
about
time to
ocean
move
too.
on. He laid down some really strict rules, and then he said it's time to move on. And then so that was weird. But and then also that there was a woman next to me with a an accordion, and because people just came in, and there were a couple of guitarists, and then as I said, mostly poets. Um, and this woman, I thought, well, that's cool. I hope she plays like, one of those French, like on a French corner in Montmartre or something like that, French music and the old black and white film noir movies or some gypsy jazz. And
Yeah.
she didn't. And she was right next to me. And so after I played, she stood up and she says, okay, everybody. And I immediately thought, oh no. And it was a polka and it was,
Yeah.
oh, I'm nothing
So
against
long as they
polka,
bring
but
pierogies, I'm
not right
allowed.
next to your head. And she kept looking around at me and she'd go, like I was supposed to sing or something. It
You
was,
have to
I
oh
don't
dance.
know
God.
this one, lady.
It was not a good experience. I much prefer this open mic. Absolutely. Yeah. So that was it for me. That was my only real life. And then I did tell Ocean about, there's a place here in Bellingham that has had, kind of amateur open mics over the years, a bar.
I think
And
open
they,
mic means amateur in general.
yeah, well, not in Bellingham. I swear it's amazing. There's so many talented musicians
Really?
here on all levels.
Maybe we'll have
And
to
I
make a
mean,
road trip, Ocean.
geez, I mean, you walk down, well, not right now, but you walk down the street in the past and just people busking in the public market, and it's amazing. I mean, there's just so many talented people. But I knew that I looked at this a couple of times and I thought, well, maybe I'll do that. I don't know. And with you go at 7:30 and you had to audition, in that 30 minutes, and then they choose the people to actually perform at 8 o'clock. And I thought, I'm not going to go in there and be rejected. I mean, Ocean never says, cut, next,
No,
I'm not,
yeah, no, you gotta be cool. Like playing music's all about being cool. Like
well, and
that's
I
like the
couldn't,
one rule. It's like just be a cool person.
well, and
Don't,
just enjoy it. And, I
yeah,
didn't
be
try it,
present.
but I thought, I don't want to be standing up there and play just what I just played for you and then have some, a
Asshole
22
be
year
like,
old
next.
hipster say, dude, that's just not going to do it for us. But
It's so
thanks for
lame.
coming in. Be sure and pursue your
All
music.
those bad
Next.
vibes.
So I don't know. I don't know. Maybe it wasn't like that. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
here I
yeah.
am.
I have a funny open mic story. I I am 30 now, but I played out a lot in my early 20s when I lived in Chicago, and I I lived with a stand-up comedian, so we would always hit up open mics together. We would, make a night of it, and uh, there was a cool music scene that we kind of just fell into, and there was this place that we would go to, and I was up there singing, and one night while I was singing, this woman who I swear to God looked just like Stevie Nicks walks in with this massive like old top hat, and then she comes in with this dark man with like huge dreadlocks, and I think they were just like smoking inside the bar too, and I'm like, all right. And I afterwards they were like, we really like what you did, like want to come to this pro jam with us afterwards, and I was like, you know what? I have poor judgment. I'm going to say yes. So I went with these, and I'm like, have a buzz on at this point. And so then I go with these two people um, to this pro jam, and it was so freaking cool. It was in Chicago. It was open till like 4 in the morning, and it was this place called Wonder Bar, and it was like literally some of the best blues and jazz I've ever heard
Wow.
ever. And everyone was just like getting smashed and dancing. And I went up and I played, I didn't, I was, I just was singing. And like I was probably the only white person in there other than Stevie Nicks. And I get up there and I asked to play Grandma's Hands by Bill Withers, and I'm like, any key that you want, like let's go with you. And it was so cool. I just like I felt like it was the coolest one of the coolest moments of my life.
Wow.
And I'm just like and I knew not a soul there. I didn't know anybody, and I was just like, well, that's how live music goes. You don't really get to like
Right.
hold on to it. You don't get to remake it. You just have to go with it. And it
And
was it
people, the
was
people there were really receptive to it.
yeah, and everyone there was just like just they did it because they loved it, you know? It just felt good for them to just play music like that for hours. You know, they're just like laughing at someone doing something and it was just awesome. It was super righteous.
Wow,
Yeah, it was a good time.
Nice,
that's
nice.
great. Well,
Um,
Ocean, this Ocean has an open mic. Did you know that?
oh yeah.
I
That's
mean,
very
that's
cool.
what this is based on. Yeah, so you're
She
pretty
played
pretty
there.
used to
That's
that.
where Nora's played
Oh, you
there.
did? You played there?
Yeah. Are you gonna sing?
Oh,
Are you
okay.
gonna sing, Nora? You got something for us?
Yeah, I do. I don't have my guitar. I can go. I'm gonna go grab it after this, but
Okay.
um today two of my friends I grew up with were just really awesome gospel singers. They were on live Instagram and they were like, "Come on, come on." So I went on and we started singing and it made me realize like I taught myself guitar probably like 10 years ago and I'm not great by any means, but I'm really a singer at heart. So I kind of recognize the like I don't ever just sing a cappella anymore. So I'm gonna since it's just I don't know if Carson's here, but hi Carson, if you are. But I invite us to actually pull it up on my phone because I don't know all the words. But I was gonna sing the best song ever written, which in my opinion is Both Sides Now by Joni Mitchell. And I since I don't have any instruments, let me pull this up. I'm gonna invite you guys to close your eyes as I sing it, so you guys can just go somewhere on a little journey. You don't have to, like live your life, but um, yeah, let me get it all set up and we'll go for it. All right, so when you guys are ready, let's go. You can okay. Rose and flows of angel hair and ice cream castles in the air and feathered canyons everywhere. I've looked at clouds that way, but now they only block the sun. They rain and snow on everyone. So many things I could have done, but clouds got in my way. I've looked at clouds from both sides now, from up and down, and still somehow it's clouds' illusions. I recall, I really don't know clouds at all. Moons and Junes and Ferris wheels, that dizzy dancing way that you feel, and every fairy tale comes real. I've looked at love that way, but now it's just another show. You leave 'em laughing as you go. And if you care, don't let them know. Don't give yourself away. I've looked at love from both sides now, from give and take, and still somehow it's love's illusions. I recall, I really don't know love at all. Tears and fears and feeling proud to say I love you right out loud. And dreams and schemes and circus crowds, I've looked at life that way. But now old friends, they're acting strange. They shake their heads and say I've changed. Well, something's lost and something's gained in living life every day. I've looked at life from both sides now, from win and lose, and still somehow it's life's illusions I recall. I really don't know life, oh, at all.
Ooh, yeah.
Really nice. Thank you, Nora. Beautiful.
Yeah.
Wow.
Wow. Yeah.
What a voice.
Oh, thank you. Hi, Dharmika.
That was amazing. What a treat to pop in and hear Nora.
Oh, it's good to see you, Dharmika.
Awesome. How do you come up with those like jazzy, the jazzy interpretation of that song? It was so cool.
Ooh, yeah, I don't know. I think I think that it's really the lyrics that are just so brilliant and I feel like it's just so spot on. And I feel like it's just kind of creates a little heart song that once you get to know the lyrics, for so many years, you can trust it and take liberties and see what happens, and just do your best to honor Joni, you know.
Yeah. We did that. I really have a lot of respect for anyone who even attempts to sing one of her pieces
Yeah,
because
the
I
only
would
one I'll
never do.
attempt.
I've learned a couple of her songs and as instrumentals and
So far out.
I would never even, I can't even, yeah, anyway.
Notice why
Yeah.
I don't have the guitar while playing.
Do you, I take it you've done that a few times? Or was
I,
that,
I feel like I got my first Joni Mitchell. I got Blue when I was 13 years old, and I'm
but I
30
mean,
now.
my question is, do you change it? Or do you pretty much kind of have interpretation that you like with it, or you just flow with it?
I think over the years it's changed with me, you know. Um, I think that I feel like it's not you. I don't think I really ever like to sing something the same way. I don't know how to do that.
Wow, that's awesome.
Yeah, it's kind of that's what's fun about this is, that's we'll never get to hear it again, you know.
That's really trusting your instrument, that's awesome.
Oh yeah, it's a good way of putting it. It's hopefully that translates over into life.
Absolutely.
One can
So,
only hope.
Dharmika, I think you're next. Do you have a song for us?
Do I have a song? Let's see.
She's got
Maybe.
a song a day.
Song a day. I'm a little behind from this weekend, but yeah, 17 now.
Wow.
Was at a songwriting workshop this weekend. So I'm gonna sing one from last week, I think. So this guy was,
I just
oh,
want to
she
tell
made,
Nora, we mute our when someone else is performing. Mute your own mic so it doesn't.
Cool. Have any feedback?
Yeah.
so
Go
I
ahead,
don't know,
Dharmika.
I don't know, Ocean, if you listened to this one or if you just saw that I posted this one about my friend in the boat. I saw that you clicked it, but maybe you didn't listen to it, so that's good. Um, so I got this email. This guy tried to contact me in like late April, and then I was going through my emails. It was not him, it was like the city neighborhood group and sending a message from this guy from Spokane, Washington. And I was going through my emails to lessen my email box and saw this email, and he had gotten a boat that belonged to the brother of a friend of mine, and then the brother died and the wife sold it to him on Craigslist, and he was anyway, this friend of mine, I knew him, and him and his brothers, this happened to them in 1993, and I did a little research to try to clarify what I could and put this song together. Sounds good? You can hear? times, but my brothers were calling for help. So I left Eugene with my fiance for one last trip out of the bay. So we took off on the Nettie H. She'd known these seas for 20 years. Skipper aimed our bow for the Bering Sea with the crew of my brothers and Julie and me. I'm going to the sea, the ocean's calling me. Flying over the waves, over the waves, over the waves, flying over the waves, over the waves, over the waves. The channel was calm in the rain by False Pass, but past the bay, heading towards St. Paul, then the waves came at us fast. A September storm in the Bering Sea tossed us 30 feet with each wave. We wrestled each one, but we're just outdone. In the dark, cold night, the ocean won. I'm going to the sea, the ocean calling me. Flying over the waves, over the waves, over the waves, flying over the waves, over the waves, over the waves, over the waves, over the waves. David Swallow. His name is David Swallow, and I shared it with his daughter,
Oh,
and she liked it. And she said, "Well, you're the most important audience," so
I like that
felt
a
really
lot.
good.
Really nice, Tarika. Thank you.
Felt good after 27 years, to come up with a song to honor him.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, his mom lost three sons that day.
Wow.
Yeah.
What a story. What
Yeah.
adventures.
My sister said it sounded really unfinished, and I was like, well, it is. I mean, she said, did they die? Did they? I said, well, nobody found them, but so I guess I left it kind of with the mysterious ending. And did it seem completely unfinished, or it was all right?
It felt like
Oh.
a full crested wave that reached shore.
I added that last little over the waves, over the waves, over the waves, or something. I think that helped. Anyway,
Yeah, it's a beautiful chorus.
feels good to sing it. Thank you,
Yeah, it feels good to hear it.
David.
What is it like to be sung to, Ocean?
Happens all the time. That's beautiful. Yeah, thank you. Hmm. Don, you want to give us another one?
I will, yeah. I want to play a song that Ocean, that I played it instrumental last time, of Full-Time Woman,
Oh yeah.
Alice
Not
Stewart
written
song.
by Kate Wolf, though. You said
Pardon?
Kate Wolf covered that. That wasn't her song.
Right. Yeah, Alice Stewart wrote it, and Yeah, it's a beautiful song. I've never actually heard the Kate Wolf version, it must be on the. Didn't she just? I think she just released one album, which I have,
The
and I
Golden
play several of her
California is like
songs.
a
But
two-album set. That's the one I
oh
have.
no, I need to look that up. Yeah, because I've never heard her. I didn't even know she had
Kate
recorded
Wolf.
that song. Kate Wolf. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that's a good name to hear again.
Oh yeah, always.
Oh, if you
So
like Joni, you'll love her stuff.
yeah. So you say you could love me. You say you'd take good care of me if I'd come home. Yes, I know you mean the words you say. I wish I'd heard those words before I'd gone away. You know me as well as I do after all that we've been through. Now you've got to set me free. I'd do it for you. Now do it for me. I hear you've got a full-time loving man. Does he love you like I never could? Does he try to understand you? Can he help you like I never would? I can feel my inside shaking. Babe, I know your heart is breaking now. You gotta set me free. I do it for you. Now do it for me. You say you could love me. Say you'd take good care of me if I'd come home. I know you mean the words you say. Wish I'd heard those words before I'd gone away. You know me as well as I do. After all that we have been through, you gotta set me free. I do it for you. Now do it for me. You must know I love you. The things you've done for me, I will never forget. You gave me understanding love, kind I never thought I'd know before we met. You helped me in every way, every step of every day, and now you gotta be free. I do it for you, now do it for me. Thank you. Thanks.
Yeah.
But the cool thing about Alice Stewart, I need her here to sing parts of this because unlike Kate Wolf, Alice Stewart has a really kind of a croaky voice, like mine gets on those high notes, and so it's like I'm okay with that because that's what Alice does, and she wrote it. So
The raspy, jazzy, bluesy voice.
no, it's worse than that. It's I'm talking about those high notes, like you gotta let me go.
Bob Dylan.
Just doing it in Alice Stewart's honor, by God.
Doesn't she live up north somewhere?
She lives in Olympia,
I think
and
she was going to do a show here with the Two Blue Roses house concerts.
oh, she is like it's weird. I've asked a lot of people about her. I met her at a guitar camp, and she taught me that song, and she also taught me a Mississippi Fred McDowell song called Sugar Babe that I'll play for you guys sometime, but a blues song, really into the blues. But she's been around since the early, like late 60s. She's toured with a bunch of big shots all over the place. Kind of a Pacific Northwest legend, but I guess more in Washington than in Oregon.
She was going to come down for, we have a house concert
Pardon?
series in Eugene.
You froze
Two
there.
Blue Roses. And she was going to come down and do a show here, but I don't think it happened.
Well, she tours with she plays a lot of rock and roll. She, it's a lady, and I think she's about 78. She is so cool. And she plays with her band called the Formerlies, Formerlys, the Formerlies. Yeah, they do a lot of, electric blues she's really into now, but she's done some amazing acoustic blues stuff. She's the one I told Ocean about this, that she said to me, I love the guitar and I love drop D. And this song is in drop D, of course.
What guitar camp was it that you went to?
What's it called? Pacific.
Puget Sound Guitar Workshop?
Yeah, right. Puget Sound Guitar Workshop. Yeah, I went to that in 2013. She was there.
Oh, God, I went there in the 90s.
Did you? That's been around a long, long time.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah. What's her name? Flip Breskin started that back in whenever that was. You probably went to one of the first.
No, I don't think it was one of the first. It was like 94 and 5. I went for a couple years. It had been going for a while, but it was awesome. It was
There were
cool.
too many people there for me, but I got a lot out of it anyway.
Yeah.
It's like 160 people all kind of in a campground. Yeah. Anyway.
I'll say hello to Lance, who just joined us. Hi, Lance.
Hey.
Hi there.
Hey. Hi, Lance.
Nice song, thanks.
Thank you.
Where are you joining us from, Lance?
from Salem.
All right. Dawn is from Bellingham, Nora's in Albany, and Dharmika is in Eugene, and Carson, I think, is out in Alsea, right? He's like just listening right now.
He
Commenting
said,
on the
yep.
chat.
Yeah. Yeah, Carson's on the chat. That's a good way to just, you can have your chat open and just chat to each other too. That's kind of fun. Well, I see Nora brought her guitar over. Is it your turn to play another song? You're muted.
What about you, Ocean?
Yeah, I'm going to wait. I got nothing.
Nora.
I got something. Nora's muted. Unmute Nora.
I
Here she
am.
comes. Yes.
I'm
You're
needing to
back.
tune this, and I'm just sparing you.
Okay.
So, Ocean, take it away.
Tuning time. I'm going to wait. I got one thing. I'm going to do it later. Dharmika, how about you? Another one?
Yeah, so many choices. Let's see. Help! Help! Sorry. I've got too much paper.
Oh, I just asked Lance, are you here as audience or do you have something you want to share too?
No, I'm just here as audience. I actually have a daughter who goes to school in Corvallis and lives just about a mile south of the pizza place.
Oh yeah, fireworks.
So we go there. We go there to hear music.
Well, we'll open again eventually, just not too soon. We're waiting until
All right,
a little more stability. All right, Dharmika, back to you.
So there's a little story. This was from yesterday. I was in a songwriting workshop this weekend on Zoom, and we were assigned different prompts, different, words to write songs from. And most people had this like breathing or eyes or change of life, something you could really like go in from any direction and get something. And I was assigned cleaning the light bulb. And I was like, what am I going to write about? So finally, the woman who came up with the prompt sent me this little video. And the story was, this woman was telling a story of when she was a teenager and was cleaning houses to make money. And then she was like on the bus trying to talk to different people about who were experienced, how do you clean houses? And there was this one quiet woman who finally talked to her and said, you have to clean the light bulbs. She was like, what do you mean? She said, well, you've got these big fancy houses. You walk in, there's this big chandelier, and no one ever cleans those things. And it's all dusty. She said, you go up there with your little bowl of cleaning stuff and clean every crystal on that chandelier and clean the light bulbs. So she did this, and this house, these people were like, who cleaned this place? It looks fantastic. I've never seen it look this beautiful, But where she went with that was about our own inner light, how to nurture our own inner light and cleaning the light bulb. So then I was like, okay, I can dig into a song here. So, and I'm doing this this guitar thing that I'm not really good at. So we'll see how it goes. Are you running yourself ragged, barely time to eat a bite? Running errands with your mask on, kids and work and school at night. And with all that's on your schedule beyond that, the car breaks down, bills are due and with wages falling, and there's no more jobs in town. So how we gonna make it through to the end of the day? What to do when you need a break, but life demands you can't go away. Take a breath just for yourself. You got light like no one else. Close your eyes, see what's in there. Let that love fill the air. Now we're in a damn pandemic and the world is running scared, and our country is half crazy cause the government's impaired. God bless essential workers while the rest of us stay home, taking care of COVID patients while we visit on our phones. But how we gonna make it through, and where are we going to? What kind of world will come out of this? Will we see our lives anew? So take a breath just for yourself. You got light like no one else. Close your eyes, see what's there. Let that love fill the air. Let your love fill the air. Fill the air.
That was great. Thanks, Dharmika.
I didn't know it was going to be about the pandemic. I thought the second verse was going to be about me and my life or something, and then I just started writing it. I was like, oh, that's what's up. So there it goes.
I'll relate to it.
Yeah.
Got to clean the light bulb every now and then.
I love that.
Right?
It's such a. I love that. I love that.
Her name is Bertice Berry. Bertice Berry or Barry online on Facebook. She's got some really nice videos. It was really cool.
All right, are we back to Nora now? Did you get that guitar too?
Yeah, Ocean, I think you've heard this song, but I posted
Right.
this a couple of days after my 30th, which was March 29th. I was supposed to be in Hawaii for 2 weeks, but and it's just one of those songs that kind of came out start to finish. Um, and I was just trying to like write something honest because there's just so many emotions. Um, and this is what I came up with. So yeah, take my gun out. Okay. Set it on the front porch. I needed a reminder. Most of our successes are governed by our gestures. All these years I've gotten wiser with kindness. I'm running clear now, and I'm putting on that nice dress in these waves of what matter. These waves of what matter. Waves, waves of what matter. It warms my cup, warms my cup. Warms my cup. Had myself a toothache, I needed a reminder. Gotta get going with those cuts that make me lighter. It's all in my head, it's all in my heart, it's all in my hands. These false ends, these fresh starts, so to be where I need to be. I'll just think about waves of what mattered. It warms my cup, warms my cup. Oh, oh. Go. Golden threads I weave from what I'm shown. Oh, to be alive and to grow older.
Nice. Thank you, Nora.
Woohoo!
Lovely.
Yeah.
Wow.
Wow.
So that was my first time playing it live, guys.
Nicely done.
Awesome.
Thanks.
How'd it feel? How do you feel?
It feels good. It feels like, still a little new in my mouth, which is fine, It's good. It's okay to have new ideas.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Beautiful.
Thank you.
Wow. I guess I'll read a poem. It's not mine. It's one that was one I picked up from. I was at a workshop last summer at Esalen. It was a workshop on sensory awareness, which is a mindfulness technique. And the teacher read this. All right. It's called Kindness. It's by Naomi Shihab Nye. And I read the story about it because I just heard the poem at this workshop, and I'm like, that's so powerful. But it's a story that this poet wrote while on a trip to Central America, and it's just before you know what kindness really is, you must lose things. Feel the future dissolve in a moment like salt in a weakened broth. What you held in your hand, what you counted and carefully saved, all this must go so you know how desolate the landscape can be. Between the regions of kindness, how you ride and ride thinking the bus will never stop. The passengers eating maize and chicken will stare out the window forever. Before you learn the tender gravity of kindness, you must travel where the Indian in a white poncho lies dead on the side of the road. You must see how this could be you, how he too was someone who journeyed through the night with plans and the simple breath that kept him alive. Before you know kindness as the deepest thing inside, you must know sorrow as the other deepest thing. You must wake up with sorrow. You must speak it till your voice catches the thread of all sorrows and you see the size of the cloth. Then it is only kindness that makes sense anymore. Only kindness that ties your shoes, sends you out into the day to mail letters and purchase bread. Only kindness that raises its head from the crowd of the world to say, "It is I you have been looking for," and then goes with you everywhere, like a shadow or a friend. That's kindness.
I think that is hanging up in the Lynn Benton Library.
Is it? Wow.
And I've read that and I've definitely publicly cried reading that.
Yeah, it's just, I mean,
It hit me right between my eyes, just like, wow,
yeah.
that's such a good one to hear right now. It's so important.
Well, it's like very easy. It's Naomi Shihab, Shihab. I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right. Nye, Nye. If you just type kindness poem, it'll show up in your Google.
Good.
Yeah.
I'll need that one.
I'm thinking today I want to dedicate this podcast to Mark Maron. I don't know if you know the comic Mark Maron. His partner died of COVID. She's 54, and she She was sick for about a week, and then she suddenly died. She was one of those people that drops off. And
Oh no.
he just published a podcast where he interviewed her 5 years ago, and she became his partner, and they collaborated. She was a director and worked with him a lot, and they had this really powerful connection. Now she's gone, and he's like talking about it, weeping, and still doing what he does. Which Mark Maron, I don't know if you know him, but his whole shtick is just to be blunt and brutally transparent and self-effacing, of course, but also just as real as anybody can be. So if you want to hear a man dealing with the grief of COVID, it's right there. Just shocking.
Damn.
The newspaper things I read didn't say that it was COVID. They said it was for sure.
Yeah, well, he, actually interesting, the podcast from the 10th, he says, we had a COVID scare, she got tested and it was negative, and then this one he comes on and says, they said she just had a fever, and then she collapsed, they took her to the ER, and she died hours later. I mean, there's something weird about COVID where it affects your hemoglobin, and you get hypoxia, and you die, you just suddenly crash, they call it. And yeah.
Takes away the oxygen.
Yeah. It's very scary. This is a very unknown illness. Like, the way this virus works has so many different effects, both on your lungs, but every other system too. So
Yeah, it's really hard watching people talking about how, I don't know, it's just there's people that want to have a rainbow gathering. Most people that are dealing with rainbow gatherings are like, no, we're not going to go gather in the woods in Idaho. And then some people are like, well, you can't tell me what to do. And it's like, it's a pandemic.
You can't, though. You can't.
that's true.
No, you can't.
Just live true to yourself. And just, I mean, I don't know, what comes for us in this life will come for us. There's a poem I want to read for the man that we're dedicating this podcast to. And I believe it could be about a lot of things, but it's by Sylvia Plath, and it's called The Night Dances.
Ah.
A smile fell in the grass, irretrievable. And how will your night dance lose themselves in mathematics? Such pure leaps and spirals, surely they travel. The world forever I shall not entirely sit emptied of beauties, the gift of your small breath, the drenched grass, the smell of your sleeps, of lilies. Their flesh bears no relation, cold folds of ego, the kala. And the tiger, embellishing itself, spots in its spread of hot petals, the comets. Have you seen such a space to cross? Such coldness, such forgetfulness. So your gestures flake off, warm and human, then their pink light, bleeding and peeling. Through the black amnesias of heaven, why am I given? These lamps, these planets, failing like blessings, like flakes, six-sided, white, on my eyes, my lips, my hair, touching and melting, absolutely nowhere.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you, Sylvia.
Yes. Oh, Dharmika, Don left to go watch the space station overhead, so that's why he...
What is that? What is that? What's going on?
It's flying over Bellingham. He wanted to see it, so... the space station. Yeah, we talked about that earlier.
How can you tell when it's the space station?
There's a tracker online. You watch the website. It tells you where it is. It tells you where you put in your location. It'll tell you where you can see it.
What does it look like? Just a little light in the sky?
A dot moving very fast, actually. It moves 17,000 miles an hour. It's very fast. I think it circles the Earth every 90 minutes. It's really moving.
I think I'm going to go
All right.
do as Nora's do at this time of night.
All right.
Thanks so much for sharing space, everybody.
Thanks.
It was really lovely. It's beautiful.
Thank you. Nice to hear you. It was wonderful.
Nice to hear you too.
Good night, Nora.
Islands by Ocean, by Dharmika, by Carson,
Bye.
by Don.
You want to play another one, Dharmika, and then we'll just call it a night? You're muted still.
I had one about I wrote after my daughter was had a fight with my daughter about living with people, but I can't find it, so maybe I'll just do a sort of another I've got too many songs now. It's a good problem to have, I guess.
Ah, what a problem to have. Too many
I
songs.
know. Let's see. Oh wait, maybe this is it. So would you rather hear a ridiculous song about how hard it is to live with people? Oh no, somebody wants me. Speaking of children. Excuse me. Yes, I'm almost done. But let me text my daughter who's downstairs.
I love it. Love it. Mom.
She thinks this is like intercom. Sorry.
This is awesome.
Gosh darn it! Like my phone doesn't register the phone call. God. 1 second. Hey Tosh, I'll be done in a few minutes. I'm trying to finish, but I can't get my phone to work, and you keep interrupting me.
Ah, Zoom, the wonderful experience of Zoom.
Maybe I should do the one about living with people.
That seems apropos.
But I have to find the rest of the words. Okay. Thank you for your patience. But yeah, I can't find it. Oh yeah, okay. I'll just turn it over when I get to the... Wait, I'm really close. Okay. Yeah, after that, I think I'll have to do this one. But I have to remember it first. Okay. We'll see how it goes. I walked into the bathroom and the toilet seat was up again. I stepped upon a razor in the shower. I cannot do my dishes, someone else has piled theirs up again. And the laundry room looks like a clothing tower. Living with people may drive me crazy. I think I'm better off sedated, 'cause by living alone I can just be crazy. Relationships are overrated. At night when it is time to sleep, the cat just gets me up again by scratching at the door to let him out. And morning time when I am tired, a ruckus wakes me up again. When teenagers are fighting in the house. Oh, living with people may drive me crazy. I think I'm better solitary. Yeah, 'cause by living alone I can just be crazy. Relationships are ancillary. I'm finally getting in the zone by finger picking tunes, and then my daughter rings my cell like intercom. Yeah, you saw that. And I do never-ending errands for the whims of needy kids and friends. I might as well just run a marathon. 'Cause living with people is driving me crazy. I think I'm better by myself. By living alone I can just be crazy. Don't have to please anyone else. Yeah, living with people may drive me crazy. I think I'm better off sedated. Living alone, I can just be crazy. Relationships are overrated.
Bravo! Bravo! Well done. That's very accurate.
You like it, huh?
Yeah. You know, when you live alone, you're lonely, and then you listen to that, like, oh, you know, it's not so bad.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
There's benefits and drawbacks of everything. Well, thank you all for coming. I want to wrap it up early tonight just because winding down. So thanks, Lance, for showing up, listening. We need the audience as much as we need the performers. Thank you, Carson, for being there as an audience, too. Thanks, Dharmika.
Thank you. Nice to
we'll
see
do this
you.
again next week, 8 o'clock, Monday.
And also, let's see, the Seattle Folklife Festival is streaming. I don't know which weekend is Memorial Day weekend.
Oh, that's next weekend. So that'll be, I wonder if that'll be at the same time.
Well, yeah, might go to Monday night. But yeah, it should be awesome.
Cool. Well, tune into that. I'm still going to do this at 8 on Monday, so we'll see you then.
You have to go to their website. I think they're streaming from their own website or something.
Northwestfolklife.org or something like that. Just
that should be a lot of fun.
Oh, there'll be a million things to tune into.
Yeah, that's going to be cool.
I love folk life. I miss it. Good to go virtually. All right.
All right, it's been a pleasure.
Right.
Good to see you guys. Nice meeting you, Lance.
Thanks. Enjoy the music. Great to meet you.
Okay.
Bye.
See you next time. Bye-bye.
Bye.